Lena had always been the center of attention. With her striking blonde hair, emerald green eyes, and a smile that could light up a room, people were naturally drawn to her. Tonight was no different. She had just left a lively party, her laughter still echoing in her ears as she made her way to the car park. It was late, the kind of late where the world feels still, wrapped in a blanket of silence. The fluorescent lights of the car park flickered occasionally, casting eerie shadows on the concrete floor. Lena's heels clicked sharply against the ground, the sound bouncing off the walls in the empty lot. She glanced around, suddenly aware of how isolated she was. Her car was parked in the far corner where the light barely reached. As she approached, Lena noticed a dark figure near her car. At first, she thought it was a trick of the light, just a shadow cast by the flickering bulb above. But then it moved. Her heart quickened, the unease from earlier blossoming into full-blown fear. She fumbled in her purse for her keys, keeping her eyes fixed on the figure. It was hunched over, its movements jerky, almost insect-like. "Hello?" Lena called out, her voice trembling. The figure stopped moving. Silence. It turned slowly, revealing a face that was all wrong. Its eyes were too large, black as the depths of the ocean, and its mouth stretched into an unnatural grin, revealing rows of jagged teeth. Lena screamed, turning to run, but the creature was too fast. It lunged at her, its long, bony fingers wrapping around her wrist with a grip like iron. She struggled, kicking and screaming, but it was no use. The monster's mouth opened impossibly wide, and Lena felt a hot, foul breath wash over her. The last thing she saw was those pitch-black eyes reflecting her own terrified face back at her. In the dark corner of the car park, the sound of Lena's screams faded, replaced by the grotesque sounds of tearing flesh and snapping bones. When the lights flickered back on, the car park was empty once more. Only a small pool of blood remained where Lena had stood.